wretched Facebook. Okay. Well, we'll do YouTube and then maybe copy this over to Facebook. How about that? So thanks for joining the Weather Show at Vin Crosby here on YouTube. I just did 5 minutes of the most beautiful weather streaming you'd ever see. I mean, the best. I think it was the best streaming ever done. And they had a little warning on the screen that said, do you want to go and continue to stream? And I didn't click that, so I did it all for nothing. 5 minutes of my life wasted. I guess it was a growing period. Hey, I want to update you on the rain totals, and I want to update you on what's going on with the weather, because it has been very, very wet. The map you're looking at here, these are 12-hour precipitation amounts. 12-hour precipitation amounts. If I bring this opacity down, you can see kind of where we're looking at. Right in here, this is Boise, over in Napa Caldwell. We got some pretty good precipitation amounts across the region. So let's go and take a look at some of them, get you updated on this heavy rain. 12 hours, we got 0.35 inches of rain on the ground around the Boise Airport. The big winner is around Lake Hazel Road and South Eagle Road with just over a half inch, about 0.6 of an inch of rain. And we go over to Locust Grove and Amity Road. And that's over by Mary McPherson Elementary School. Love that elementary school. About 0.43 inches of rain on the ground. I'm old now and I've got glasses and bifocals, so if you see me do this, it's not a dance move. It's not a dance move. This one is just so I can see the screen. I'm a blind man. Hey, let's check out what happened over here. Look at this. Ridgecrest Golf Course, 0.18 inches of rain. The Napa Municipal Airport, about 1/10 of an inch of rain. This is around... what's that? Airport Road over in Nampa, and Robinson Boulevard. About 0.2 of an inch of rain. So this is over the last 12 hours. The Napa Caldwell Industrial Airport, the airport off the highway, about 0.2 of an inch of a rain. You can see pretty much a good flow of rain across the region. Now let me update you. 24 hours. How much has fallen since yesterday? Bam! Look at that. We are getting, well, that was the display. Let me do this. Bam. How about that? 0.56, 0.59 around the Boise Airport, National Weather Service Airport, and the National Weather Service observing site on the runway. Look at that big 0.93, almost an inch of rain out there by the Boise Ranch Golf Course. So pretty good precipitation totals there. Let's go on over here towards Eagle. This looks like around McMillan and 5 Mile, a half inch of rain there. And about 0.38 inches of rain around Floating Feather Road. So you can see a lot of precipitation coming on down across the region. Here is around Boise, the Flying Y. I got about 0.6 inches up there in the Military Preserve area. This is over 24 hours of precipitation here on Friday, the 17th, just around 11 o'clock. And this one is, where is this thing? Oh, at South Maple Road in Victory, about 0.59 inches of rain. And so you can get an idea of where, let me pull back here, and you can get an idea of where some of the heavy precipitation has been. Hey, let's check out some of the mountain regions. Now this is real dangerous because there's a lot of snowpack still up there in the higher elevations. And so when you get half inch of rain or more up here, that's going to really cause a lot of melting, a lot of runoff, and streams and creeks, which are already full, are going to go over the banks. So heads up for that. About 0.3 inches down in Long Valley around McCall down to Donnelly, and then about a half inch of rain or more back up here as we go into around Tamarack ski area. Tremendous amount of precipitation. Let me put those colors back on. And so now you can get an idea of just how colorful the analyzation is. And you can also see where the heaviest amounts of precipitation has fallen, and it's right smack dab down in the middle of the Treasure Valley. And you're like, no duh, weatherman. Obviously, it's been raining real hard. Here's why. Let's go over and check out my satellite picture, you can see a very clear picture of just where the storm system is and where it's going. So this right here is the area low pressure spinning back down through here. The wind's going counterclockwise around it. And then you can see now we're in a little bit of a northwest flow right through here coming down through the Treasure Valley. And so that all the energy, if you will, the heaviest amounts of precipitation associated with the storm, usually right northwest of the area low pressure. And look at that. Boom, bullseye, right in through there. So that's where we're seeing the heaviest precipitation right now coming on down. And the radar backing me up on that. You can see this flow coming on in, my loop, now coming in from the northwest down to the southeast. So this is the band of where heaviest precipitation occurs. This is Weather 101. The first thing you learn in meteorology is where the heaviest precipitation occurs around areas of low pressure. It's always to the northwest. That's because that's where all the energy in the atmosphere is. And you can see we're seeing bands of yellows, oranges, and greens come right on down through the Treasure Valley. And they're getting a tremendous amount of rain there in western Canyon County and back out towards the Mountain Home area. Let me show you this map. This is great because the radar beam, which is really located just south of Boise, right in through here, goes up at about a half, I think it's like a quarter degree or a half degree on an angle. And so it goes up into the clouds and picks up some of the heaviest precipitations. And because of that, we can see the size of the raindrops and estimate how much rain has fallen. And so this is the 1 hour rainfall estimation. And there's a little gauge over here. Let me move that up. You can see that right here. The yellow is 1.2 inches. You get into this dark green, it's about 0.1. And with that, if I go in here, matter of fact, I'm going to put that on a loop because it looks better. Boom. So now you can see where the rain is accumulating even as we speak. And when you get into those yellows and oranges, that's where we start to see the precipitation really add up. Now the rule of thumb, now that's 1.5 inches of rain, 1.2 inches of rain. The rule of thumb in meteorology should divide by 2. In this situation, you divide by 2 and you get a better accurate. So we're looking at about a 1/2 inch of rain in a short amount of time in western areas of Canyon County and back towards eastern areas of Oregon. And that's only an hour. And that's sliding down towards the south. So you can see, if you do a little estimation, all this darker green and blue in Boise and Meridian and Eagle, down by Mountain Home, all coming your way as this slow-moving storm system pinwheels towards the east. And then if I do a storm total of the loop, this is where it just gets ridiculous. You can see all the heavy precipitation that has occurred with this storm over the past 24 hours. Obviously a very wet system going and coming on through. The theme of this is slow. And the reason it's slow movement in the northwest is because of these two storm systems. So we have this big one here, this one coming in right underneath it, and that's anchoring down the weather pattern, And then this system is slowed down because of that. You see that flow right there? So this is going to slowly just kind of meander out here. This is going to slowly meander and then move to the east as we go through this evening. But heavy rains this afternoon, this evening. This is your fun zone. The fun zone. Why is it the fun zone, Vin? Because this is the break that's going to bring you nice weather on Saturday with temperatures in the 60s as these two storm systems kind of just hang out in the Pacific. We get a break in the action because of the slow-moving system. For Saturday, your lawn on Saturday is going to grow 18 feet. It's just going to go through the roof on Saturday. So this is your happy place right through there. But then this stuff right here, that's coming through on Sunday. Sunday and then Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday and then Thursday of next week, we could even have all this out here in the Pacific. Let me clear. All this could be coming on through and hanging out right here in the northwest all next week. So that's kind of the latest. I wanted to get you an update on the precipitation totals across the region. Obviously very heavy rain. It's going to stick around this afternoon, tonight, and then taper off by tomorrow morning. We'll see sunshine tomorrow, maybe some patchy fog. And then more rain moves in on Sunday. It'll be around all next week, it looks like, at least in the early stages at this point. I did mention my previous forecast, by the way, almost right on the money with timing of this rain event. This looks like, last week I mentioned a freeze. Now it's looking like, with all this moisture and the slow movement of the systems, that we may not get down to freezing. We may get in the upper 30s to low 40s, but at this point, we're not looking at freezing temperatures. I'll update you on that. I'm noticing the time. It's 11:21. I need to go to work at noon, and so that means I got to grab some food and get on over to Best Buy. You want to come on by Best Buy, say hi. Love to talk weather. Love talking to folks and meeting folks, and I work and sell Dyson vacuums, so it's a great thing. Or the hairdryer, or the air wrap. Come see me. Fun times. Bring an umbrella today. Watch out for those deep puddles and, oh, the potholes. You know they're going to be out there. Be careful on those steep terrain areas if you're going up to the mountains. Rock slides, mudslides, very, very soupy soil across the region. Thanks for watching the Weather Show at Vin Crosby. Tell your friends and family about it. We'll have updates probably tomorrow on Sunday storm, and then on Sunday, and then all next week. It is fun times.